In Surah Al-Anbiya and Surah Sad, we are told Prophet Ayyub alayhi salam was afflicted with dur, harm or adversity, and that he endured it for a long time. وَاذْكُرْ عَبْدَنَا أَيُّوب, and remember our servant Ayyub. Ayyub was a man of extraordinary blessings before the affliction came. Wealth, health, family, community, and a life of gratitude. What came after was a trial, and the depth of the restoration suggests that the trial was prolonged and severe. His health left him, his wealth left him, and those around him left him. What remained through all of it was his relationship with Allah. The scholars of tafsir note that one of the distinguishing features of Ayyub's sabr, his patience, was that he directed his pain towards Allah. Inna wajadnahu sabira ni'mal abdu innahu awwab. Indeed, we have found him patient, an excellent servant. Indeed, he was one repeatedly turning back to Allah. Awwab. Awwab is the one who returns repeatedly. The word suggests someone in a continuous practice of turning back to Allah again and again. Ayyub was someone who turned to Allah repeatedly, and so when the crisis came, he was prepared. Inni massani ad-durru wa anta arhamur rahimin. Indeed, adversity has touched me, and you are the most merciful of the merciful. Massani ad-durr. Adversity has touched me. The word massa means to touch, to make contact with, to reach. Wa anta arhamur rahimin. And you are the most merciful of the merciful. He ends the du'a with the attribute of Allah. That is complete tawakkul, depending on Allah. It is a different relationship with Allah, one where you have been in conversation with Allah long enough, and your trust in Him is deep enough that you don't need to specify the answer. You know that presenting the situation honestly is enough, and that the one you are presenting it to sees it more completely than you can describe it, and is more capable of addressing it better than anything you could ask for. When a child is small and in pain, they come to their parent and they say exactly what hurts and exactly what they want done about it. But there's another stage, when the relationship has deepened and the trust is more complete, where the child comes and simply says, I need you. And the parent understands everything inside those 3 words and responds to it fully. Ayyub alayhi salam had reached that stage with Allah. وَلِلَّهِ الْمَثَلِ الْأَعْلَى, and Allah bears no resemblance to His creation. فاستجبنا له فكشفنا ما به من ضر وآتيناه أهله ومثلهم معهم رحمة من عندنا وذكرى للعائدين. So we responded to him and removed what afflicted him of adversity, and we gave him back his family and the like thereof, with them as mercy from us, and a reminder for the worshippers of Allah. فاستجبنا له, so we responded to him, and then فَكَشَفْنَا, we removed, we lifted. The word kashafa carries the image of something being unveiled, like something that was pressing down, being taken away. The adversity was like a covering placed over a period of time by the wisdom of Allah, and when the time came, Allah lifted it. Allah preserved the story of Ayyub alayhi salam as a dhikra, a reminder for people who worship, for people who need to know what that turning can look like in the darkest conditions. Surah Sad gives us one more detail, and that is, after the du'a and after the response, Allah says to Ayyub alayhi salam, "Urkud birijlika hadha mughtasalun baridun wa sharab." Strike with your foot. This is a cool spring for bathing and for drinking. Allah orders him to strike the earth, and when he does, a cool spring emerges. The healing for his health comes through this spring. We see this pattern repeated throughout the stories of the prophets, over and over again, before the du'a, alongside the du'a, or as part of how the opening comes. There is an act required of the person. Allah is consistently reminding us that we have to do our part and tie our camel. Ayyub alayhi salam turned to Allah with complete trust and then struck the earth when Allah told him to act. Allah could have just as easily simply allowed the spring to flow. Tie the camel. Do not leave it untied and call that tawakkul, or trust in Allah, depending on Allah. Tawakkul is placing your full trust in Allah while taking every means He has made available to you, because the means is the channel through which His mercy comes through. Ayyub alayhi salam endured something that stripped away everything a person can lose, and through all of it, he kept a connection with Allah. Tayba Foundation exists to help incarcerated Muslims have access to knowledge that can help them keep or begin this journey of connecting with Allah. Some of them, like Ayyub alayhi salam, have reached the point where the request is too large or too old or too complicated to put into a sentence. Tayba Foundation exists for exactly this, to make sure that they have the knowledge to make Ayyub's du'a that teaches them how to navigate change and growth. Through teachers, programs, and resources, we carry the deen into places where it is the hardest to access and perhaps most urgently needed. If this episode has benefited you, please share it with someone who needs to hear that their du'a does not need to be perfect to be heard. And if you are able to support Tayba's work, the link is in the description. Every contribution is part of someone else's spring being uncovered. You may never see it, but Allah sees it.